This is the episode where I stop tinkering with this MOC and start actually showing it. This is the Central Perk MOC, my version of it. I'm going to start with a little confession though. G'day guys, so my Central Perk MOC is one I have been working on for longer than I should have. I couldn't stop tinkering with it. Just kept going and going and going. One of those things I'm very guilty of, and I know other people are as well. And I would have shown you this a week ago, maybe two weeks ago probably. I've just been doing so many things. So I wanted to build a Central Perk MOC, so this is part one of it. It was actually making use of the Central Perk set, plus a load of other pieces, and I've ended up using the Jurassic World Lockwood Estate as a donor set for this, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And also, I had two of the superhero bridge battle sets, which both came with an apartment, Peter Parker's apartment on one side of it. So I'm using parts from that as well as part of the donor for this set. Now, my little confession is my desk is an absolute mess. I just want to show you. This is what I've been building in. And I just want to keep building, but I don't want to actually stop tinkering. I just love building. So it's the catch-22. It takes me longer to build because my desk's a mess. But anyway, here you go. Ready for this? I thought I'd share this because I know full well I am not the only person who has this issue. I kind of have a very big build desk. It's not very big. I actually got some drawers this week to organise it, and this is what my desk looks like at the moment. You can see part of one of the apartment blocks there. I've got a set back here, ready to do a review. It's been sitting there for a week. There's my microphone and computer, and there's Haunted Mansion as well. That's another one I've got to do a review on. And yeah, just bucket loads of parts. Some I picked up. That's all the stuff that came out of the Lockwood Estate. I've got bits from the bridge, and here's my actual MOC. So let's talk about the MOC, shall we? So this is part one, where I have done the ground floor now, and I've done the floor plate for the next floor, and I'm starting to build that up as well. Now, as I said, I've been doing some tinkering on the way through, and I'll tell you which bits I've been adjusting continually as I go through. But at the moment, you can see this actually fits perfectly on a standard Lego base plate, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I know other people have done a similar thing. I actually reconfigured this tonight to make sure I could fit this in. Now, there is a slight confession where my minifigure is standing. Is a bit of a fudge job. You can't see it too well on here because it's black and green, but yeah, I need to order a couple of parts there to finish that off. Now, in the actual original MOC, I just knocked a street lamp over. In the original Central Perk MOC, this had a lip here as well, and I decided I just didn't like it because it meant I had lost all this. I had no pavement here. I had 2 studs rather than 3. 3's not huge, but 3's much bigger than 2, believe me. So on this top floor here, I'm not going to go too much into this, but I'll just show you what this top floor looks like, just so you get an idea of what I'm doing with it. So here it is. I have, as I said, I used the Lockwood Estate set as a donor set as well, and this, if you notice, is a lot of the lab equipment from that. This first floor is going to be a lab on the back here. I just thought, you know, why not? It doesn't have to all be apartments and things like that. And then this front one here, I'm umming and ahhing about if this is going to be an apartment or an office for the cafe downstairs. Kind of made sense. And I think I'm just going to put a little bathroom here as well, because obviously patrons in the cafe do need to be able to go to the toilet. But that's another thing. You can see though where I've used parts from the superhero bridge battle though. You can see this whole front is basically parts from that set. Even the fire escape is from that one there. So that's what I was using those parts for. And then this bridge, this bit here, is actually again from the Lockwood Estate with the addition of these green pieces, because I didn't have enough of these tans. I only had one of the Lockwood Estate sets. Let's go and have a look at the ground floor proper. I'm going to say reconfiguring this took me a lot longer than I thought. Now, if you remember in the original set, this has actually got a lot of clever angles through here especially, and it's bigger than a normal base plate, which means you just can't do anything with it. So I've straightened this all out to make it fit on the base plate here, and that means that, you know, Phoebe's area is a bit more consistent there. We've got Scooby-Doo and Shaggy in there as well for some food. We've got all the main characters are still in there. I've kept it so that we've got, you know, their sofa is still there, and the table, the reserved, is still there. I've added in a telly on this side. I actually think there's going to be a couple of other pictures and ornaments on there too. That needs to go in there too. This whole cafe area is exactly the same as it was. On this side here, this service sign has been moved down one stud, so obviously that arrow wouldn't work well with a lid on it. And these 3 columns, I've left them in. I'm going to put a plate on the top of them. They originally had a 1x1 round brick on there, but that doesn't work in terms of it's too high. I'd have to make everything 1 brick higher, 1 plate higher to make that work. I didn't want to go through and add that many extra parts. You can see Phoebe's piano is actually blocking the door there. I might move it around here, I'm not sure. It's a bit tricky, it's a bit fiddly, but you know, to get this all into this space, they packed a lot of detail into this set. They did a fantastic job. So it's quite hard to reconfigure. I've moved some of this around as well. This was originally on this wall here, so that's gone round. You can see I've kept the doors are there. The floor's not quite finished perfectly because that is not quite a perfect angle. It's an angle that works, but it's not quite the right one. And then over on this side here, now I've decided to put the staircase on this side. Now my good friend Dr. McBrick actually had his staircase on this side. Go and check out his video, I'll link it in the corner here. But I've gone with having it on this side. So we come in through the stairs here onto the upstairs. Just again, I've kept that green tile going there, added a handrail in. Just thought, you know, this was how the original set was. It had all this green, so I've left that consistent. And then on this side here, I've added a storeroom, just a dropout wall so I could get to it. And this is where this door from inside the cafe goes to. So just leads in here, and we've just got a couple of things on the shelf there. So let's just get in close on that. So yeah, just a couple of ornaments and things like that I've added in there just to sort of make it feel like it's actually a storeroom supply. We've got the bin over there. I need to put some brooms and things in there. And then just down here, looks like someone sort of stopped for a couple of treats from the cafe, just getting away from the hurly-burly of being in the restaurant. So yeah, that was how I tackled this. I thought that was a good use for that space, was to actually have it as that storeroom for the cafe. And I think you can put a few more things in there, but just making that drop out as well. I was getting really bummed with actually trying to fiddle in here. I was like, oh, I just want to add this, just want to add that. And so I thought, well, you know, if I add this drop-out wall, I don't need to worry, I can just get in there. And I've just tiled in there as well. I'm contemplating tiling the whole cafe, I will confess, but I'm not sure on that one yet. Still to be decided. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of this MOC. I'm pretty happy with how that's come together. Reconfiguring this was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I will tell you one thing as well, is I've actually thinned it out slightly, because originally it sits on like basically a brick thickness of plates. I've dropped it by 1 plate, so it sits on here, which it would have been higher. Having that extra plate didn't actually do anything once it's on a base plate like this. Actually meant I got a load of extra parts out of it, which is good. I haven't got anything else to add to this now, I don't think. I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Lego did such a great job on this set in the first place. So seeing Scooby-Doo and Shaggy in there makes me happy though. And looks like Rachel's just going there, past them to serve someone else. So, yeah, I think a little bit more detail on this wall. The TV's in there, just a flat screen. I think I just need to put a couple of pictures on the wall. So, yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. I'm actually quite impressed by how big this is. Look how much floor space you get out of this. So, that's how it is currently. I might reconfigure this slightly. But, yeah, bathroom here. This is the lab, some kind of a lab. Haven't decided yet what it's going to be called. This, I'm torn between an office and an apartment. It's quite small for an apartment, but at the same time it works. That's actually Peter Parker's desk from the original donor set here. And that's a table out of the Lockwood Estate there. I just put them in there for holding. I do have one slight problem. This is this hole here. I'm not sure how I'm going to fill that in. It's a funny angle. It doesn't actually fit any brick, which is a pain in the butt. I've seen some other people who've done MOCs of this who've just gone and put a square plate over it. I don't want to just do that. It feels like I've cheated a bit if I do that. I want to do it properly. But anyway, if anyone's got any suggestions how to do that, I'd love to know in the comments. Now, if you're new here, hit subscribe. I post regularly. And I post on all sorts of stuff, especially trains. Everyone knows that one. I just love Lego. Anyway, I'm waffling now. I shall say thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you again very, very soon.